So I'm here with Benjamin and Luke from Lodavo, and I'm Skyla from the Deep End. Before we dive into everything business related, I would love you guys to just introduce yourselves personally and your background a little bit.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Ben. Right now, I just finished my first year of university. I'm studying finance at Concordia, and I've always been someone who's interested in investments, finance, things like that. So obviously, it's not a surprise I'm working on something finance related. But even before university, during CEGEP, I started an investment club. I've been working part-time since high school, actually, throughout all my full-time studies. So I'm just someone who loves to get involved in other things, start things, fill up my schedule. So I'd say that's, yeah.
Busy.
Yeah, there you go.
Always on the go. And then what about you, Luke?
Yeah, so my name is Luke. I'm going to be I am taking care of all the technology aspects of Lodavo. I wasn't really a tech guy all my life. I guess I kind of became a tech guy in CEGEP when I took my first C# course. And I decided to go down the software route because my brother, who's 2 years older, got into that and he really liked it, and I'm similar to him, so I thought I would like it too. And once I figured out all the fun stuff you could do with software, I really got into it. I really spent a lot of time in my room learning, a lot of time just building fun little things here and there. And so I went into McGill University in software engineering. I just finished my first year.
So it sounds like you literally have the finance side and the tech side of fintech.
That's
it's a
right,
perfect
yeah.
match.
Yeah.
How do you guys find being co-founders so far? I mean,
this guy,
you're longtime friends, right?
Tough guy. Nah, I'm
Tough
kidding.
to work with?
No, he's great to work with. We became friends in high school. That's where we met. We were both part of the same sports program, and we shared these same interests. And so, I mean, getting to work with Luke is amazing. Super smart. He never, leaves anything behind or procrastinates. He gets his stuff done. And I knew that, when I want to start a fintech company, the technology aspect is just as important, and so that's why I thought Luke would be a great fit.
Yeah, it's perfect match.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of founders that are doing it all themselves, and they have to do so many different things, so it's cool to talk to people that are working together on something. And that brings me to Lodavo. I would love to hear who had the idea, what kind of sparked the idea of Lodavo, before we get into all the details of it.
Yeah, sure. So I heard about this concept of a prize-linked savings account about a year ago, and I did some research on it, nothing too deep though, but then I decided to join a startup pitch competition. And that was when I first really got into it. I did a lot of research on the regulations in Canada. I looked into the different technology that was out there to see if this would be possible, because this was something that already existed in other countries, but hadn't been brought to Canada yet. And so, I looked, why was that? And I ended up winning this pitch competition, so I got to take part in this entrepreneurship program, and that's when I started really taking this idea seriously and trying to build it into something real. And a few months later, I got Luke to join, and since then we've taken part in some startup programs at our universities and just been putting the time, work, and research into it.
Very nice.
And for those who don't know, because it's kind of a foreign concept, a prize-linked savings account is basically where instead of like a regular interest rate you would get from a big bank, that interest is pooled together and spread out and given in large prizes. And it'd be kind of like a ticketing type of, it's not really a lottery, but it's a similar concept where there's tickets being drawn, and the amount of numbers you match, you win a prize dependent on that. So that's what a prize-linked savings account is.
Very cool. And do you earn interest even if you don't win a prize? You earn a base level of interest?
Yeah, that's
Very
the plan.
Cool. I was going to ask someone to give me the elevator pitch of Lodavo. Does one of you want to do it? You kind of basically did, but do you guys have an elevator pitch that you already have prepped?
Yeah, I mean, no, Luke explained the concept. I mean, maybe I'll give a more general overview. Our goal is just to encourage people to save more, because we know that it's really important, especially young people like us just starting out our university and careers and things like that. Saving is super important, but it's also hard to do for a lot of people. There's no immediate reward to it. It's really something that's more of a long-term benefit. So we tried to add that aspect of fun and excitement to the normal, boring topic of saving.
Very cool. It reminded me, you guys remember when that app went viral, HQ?
Yes.
Like when everyone was doing the trivia to win.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
It reminded me of that, actually. And one of my favorite things about when I heard this concept is that you're taking like kind of a negative aspect of like human psychology, like instant gratification, but you're turning it into people's favors. So that's very cool. Do you guys have like a favorite aspect that you're excited to work on, whether it's part of the product or just part of the startup journey that you're like can't wait to do?
Well, I guess it would be building a community around people who think like-mindedly. Like, for example, me and Ben, we bonded a lot because we're both into finance, investing, stuff like that. So just an app where you could build a community around people who enjoy savings like you do, maybe enjoy like the possibility of getting a large reward, and just, you know, maybe we'll incorporate some community aspect to the app where you could make an account with another person.
Very cool.
And basically just a community around finance.
You're bringing fun to savings, which I love. That's cool. And you, anything you're excited about?
I think there's a lot of potential. So we're really starting off with just a savings account, but we'd love to see, as we continue to grow, if we can offer other financial products and bring this same aspect of fun and excitement to them, while also encouraging good financial behavior. How's
the startup journey so far? I know it's chaotic and there's a lot of steps. You mentioned you were about to launch your website. What have been some of the other milestones that you guys have started working on?
Well, we're both students, first of all. Both really, me probably a bit
Busy.
more, I really care about school.
Yeah.
And so it's like, as a student, you know, you spend the time that you have, like the extra time on the business. And when we really got into it was during the start of the university year. So we haven't spent like that much time in development during the year in university. But this summer, I'm planning on building like the application, the mobile application.
That's really cool. I feel like you guys spent a lot of time like validating the idea and getting feedback and like talking to different groups and incubators and stuff like that. So that's definitely a good basis to start on, for sure.
Yeah, we did that through a lot of these university startup programs that we were part of. They were able to guide us on, making sure this is actually an idea worth moving forward with. Yeah. And so once we got to go over those first few steps, now we're able to get more into it.
That's a good idea. I see there's a lot of startups that they build their product and then they realize that nobody wants it. And it's like all this time went into it. So you guys really did a lot of foundational work, which is cool. Yeah. What are you working on right now, like this month? What's at the top of your to-do list for Lodavo?
Well, this month for me, it's building the UI UX of the app.
Nice.
So just designing the pages and making sure they look really nice. That's my to-do list, like for the near future.
Very nice. And you?
Yeah,
Different to-do list?
We're both working on our own things. I've been working on the website a bit more, and next steps I think for the next month would be, looking into potential financial institutions that we can partner with. Having someone to partner with will be very important in bringing this to fruition, as well as sort of the legal things that have to get done. So I've been talking with some other people. For example, both of our schools have these legal information clinics, which are a free service, which has been super helpful for us in just making sure that we're doing everything the right way.
Sounds like being in university is really helping you guys, like all the free groups, and you're probably learning right now things that are going to help you with the business. So that's super cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Has there been anything so far that has like surprised you? I know there's a lot of like you said, legal stuff, regulations. Has there been anything you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize this?
Well, I guess one thing, it's like it's actually a good surprise, is just realizing how much support there is out there and how much people actually want to get involved and are happy to help. Especially like 2 young kids, just people are very happy to like give their own ideas, even like do volunteer work or just help you out with things just out of the kindness of their heart. So.
Oh, that's such a cool realization.
Yeah.
Anything that surprised you so far?
We were definitely surprised by the contest regulations. Unfortunately, a lot of Quebec residents are excluded from contests. And when we did some more research, we saw that's because they do have these different regulations that companies have to respect. But us, being from Montreal, we do want to ensure that we can offer it here. And so we've just been looking at everything we can do to make sure that we can offer it from coast to coast across Canada.
Yeah, that's such a unique challenge. I feel like I always see the fine print and it's like Quebec excluded.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'll be an interesting challenge for you guys to deal with.
Yeah.
Have you guys, from the time you had the idea, which I guess was like a year ago or a little less than a year, have you like changed anything majorly from the original idea due to these realizations?
Not too much, honestly.
Or you've pretty much stuck on the course?
Yeah, like I know a lot of startups, they go through all these different pivots, they change their ideas a lot. Luckily, this was something that, as you mentioned, we did a lot of research on, and we did see the success in other countries. So it's really just personalizing the whole concept to Canada specifically. So there haven't been any huge changes so far.
Where do you see Lodavo in like 1 year from now? What's your dream scenario 1 year from right now?
Well, for me personally, 1 year, I would love to have the app built and have something, even if it's not, we don't necessarily have a full partnership with the bank yet. I would love to have it where the accounts are made, users could log on, make an account, put fake money if we're not able to have the real thing yet. Yeah, basically just a fully functioning app for me personally.
Proof of concept, basically.
Yeah, like an MVP.
Cool. Yeah, nice. You, any goals?
Well, I mean, let's see.
Lots of goals, I'm sure.
Yeah. In 1 year, definitely a lot can happen. It would be great if once we have this proof of concept, we can start raising some capital. This will be super helpful in growing the business once we've taken that first step, as well as finding our partner that we can work with to make this happen. And I think doing some more research as well on other products that we can offer and which features to prioritize when we do decide to launch. And yeah.
And I have to ask, because I'm in marketing, do you guys have any like ideas about your marketing so far and your branding? How have you been approaching that aspect of the business?
We definitely want it to be a lot more like fun and exciting and just, disassociate what everyone thinks of banking, which is boring and tedious, and
sad.
Sad. Just see how we can change that and use the power of technology as well to add all these cool features and give these extra rewards that wouldn't be possible if we were not operating online.
That's why you guys work so well together, because you play chess together. Who wins most of the time?
You know what?
Okay.
He's technically better, but I always smoke.
I'll be honest, he usually beats me, but I have a higher rating, so it's kind of a weird situation.
So it's like unfair advantage.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It makes you nervous.
Because he plays the board, I play the man. So